All right, what we have here is a set of intersecting lines that form 4 different angles. And what we have to do is determine the value of y, as well as the measures of angles A and B. So let's start by figuring out what the value of y is. Now we should understand that whenever you have intersecting lines, adjacent angles, meaning angles right next to each other, have a sum of 180 degrees. So they are going to be supplementary to each other. These two angles are supplementary. These two, which are adjacent, are supplementary. A and B are supplementary, and B and this angle here are also supplementary. But let's just use this information and this information to figure out what y is. Now, because we know that 78 degrees and this expression that represents this angle are supplementary, what we can do is just write an equation that reflects that reality. So we're going to take 78 degrees and add that to the expression 5y plus 2, and then set that equal to 180 degrees because they are supplementary angles. So notice 180 is not given anywhere on here. You just have to recognize when two angles are supplementary. So now what we're going to do is we're going to combine like terms to simplify our equation a bit. So we're going to take 78 plus 2, which is 80, and rewrite this equation as 5y plus 80 equals 180. All right, now we have to isolate our variable y, and we start by moving this constant of positive 80 to the other side of our equation by writing it as its opposite. So we're going to write minus 80 over here, and 180 minus 80 is 100. And that leaves us with 5 times y. Now all we have to do is divide both sides by 5, and we have our value of y, which is going to equal 20. Now notice with that step, I just did a little bit of mental math, because I know that 5 times 20 is 100. If you want to, you can divide both sides by 5 and show that work. All right, now that we know that y is 20, we can plug 20 in for y and figure out what the angle measure is of this angle. So this angle is not 20 degrees. 20 is just the value of y. What we have to do is take 5, multiply it by 20, which is the value of y, and then add 2. 5 times 20 is 100, and 100 plus 2 more is equal to 102 degrees. Now this makes sense because if we were to add 102 degrees with 78 degrees, that would give us our total of 180 degrees. Now we also have to determine the measures of angles A and B. Whenever you have a pair of intersecting lines, angles that are on the complete opposite sides of each other are vertical angles, and vertical angles have equal angle measures, so they are congruent to each other. So if we take a look at angle A right here, we would say that angle A and this angle right here are vertical angles. And because this angle is 102 degrees, angle A over here is also equal to 102 degrees. And because this angle is 78 and angle B is on the complete opposite side, and they are vertical angles, angle B is going to be equal to 78 degrees. So whenever you have a set of intersecting lines, remember the angles on complete opposite sides are going to be congruent to each other. Because this is 78, this will be 78. And because this angle is 102, this will be 102. And we should also understand that adjacent angles, or angles right next to each other, will have a sum of 180 degrees. Hey, I just want to say thanks for checking out this math tutorial. Please don't forget to hit that subscription button and enable notifications so you can be informed as I upload new math tutorials to my math channel. Until next time, this is Shane Masonette with Masonette Math.